What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. Last time we went through Gizmaluke's grotto, defeated Gizmaluke, but unfortunately could not save any of the Mermesians inside. This time we are going to be playing as Steiner and Dagger for a bit, as it seems they're at Bowden's Gate. Not Gizmaluke's grotto or Burmecia. So, first of all, we're gonna open this chest, which carries a Multina racket. This chest is actually pretty well hidden. You can only see the corner. So, first things first, we need to go in here to progress, but I must get rid of them before I go into the alley. We need to get some of these people to look away. These two we don't need to talk to in order to progress, but let's talk to them anyway to see what they have to say. Things are strange around here. There are rumors of ghosts. How did Southgate get destroyed anyway? Yeah, gee, I wonder. Act casual, act casual, act casual. I declared bankruptcy and sold my shop. It was called Altair. We sold magic items. It's just a regular shop now. So, we need to talk to her. I can't believe you went out of business. Yeah, I think okay, now she's turned around. I didn't know because I was on the other side of the mountain. Console her. Well, excuse me. What good is it to bemoan what has already happened? What I meant to say was that now that we're here, there must be things we can do to help the ones we love. You're right. We gotta encourage him. I gotta encourage him. Thanks. That just leaves the young man over there. So, yeah, if it wasn't obvious, Dagger is inside the bag, buried in gasol pickles. So she's probably gonna be reeking. Because that's just gonna stick. I really liked your store. It had a nice atmosphere. A lot of sunlight and a nice sign. But what made the store really special for me was the real reason why I always went to your store was... Yeah, that kind of hints at that she has a crush on the guy. Who is this girl? But every now and then if Steiner is saying something that... Steiner says or does something that could blow the cover or may not be something she entirely approves of, she will smack him in the back. But next we want to talk to this furry little creature. Honestly, he kind of looks like an anteater to me. So yeah, let's just call him an anteater. This gate breaks down a lot because the hinges don't fit very well. This road leads to the bottom of the mist. No one uses it. There's no need to fix it, really. So I just polish up the gate and make it look all nice. That takes care of it for a couple months. You were the reason we couldn't come in through this gate. So yeah, that gate leads to Bowden Arch. Which, if you recall correctly, we couldn't get through. And the only way to get through Bowden Arch is by going past Chocobo's forest. So when Mene said that he saw an ugly girl walk by, there's a chance, a very high chance in fact, that he was talking about Dagger. So I guess for some reason, to Mene, Dagger is ugly? I don't see why. Maybe it's because he's not a Moogle. If that's the... She's not a Moogle. If that's the case... Well... That doesn't exactly put Minnie in a good spot, doesn't it? Either that... Or he only saw Steiner. Because let's be honest, Steiner is bigger than Dagger. She could just been walking beside him and she was just out of view. And just mistook Steiner for a woman. Both possibilities are likely. Now, I am a furry. I would never kill one of my own people. But let's kill anyway. I almost lost control of myself. So yeah, Dagger is there to make sure he stays in line. Gotta keep an eye on them subordinates. Now we gotta talk to this man. Let's see. I need 2 of model number 3. Oh, you brought your dames with you. Are you here to work? Indeed. Welcome. I'm also new here. I've been working here for 5 months as the chief engineer of Bowden Gate. But he's the only one working under me. I'll be going back to the castle next month when my contract expires. I'll be joining a team of engineers who are developing a new engine that runs without mist. So he will be helping in the development of Hildegard 2 at some point. The world outside the Mist continent is uncharted territory. But there's no need to worry about our safety if we can explore it on an airship. The reason why airships are... So, they have airships... They already have good airships, why not explore outside the continent anyway? Well, it is purely because of this reason. The airships run on mist. Mist only exists on the Mist continent. It does not exist anywhere else outside the world. As far as they know anyway. So... The moment they leave the Mist continent with those Mist engine airships, or any vehicles for that matter, those things stop running. They need Mist to run, which is why they're trapped here on the continent. However, if they can get an airship to work with steam power or some other energy source, which, let's be honest, it's going to be steam power, they would be able to traverse outside the Mist continent without having to worry about getting stranded. Regent Sid is an advocate of technological advancement. Oh, sorry, I've talked your ear off. There's something I must tell you. The gate to the bottom of the mist has been left broken? Did he think he could get away with that? Excuse me. The coast is clear. Now we talk to him. I know I'm young and inexperienced, but I'm eager to learn. He says as he's the chief. However, we can't talk to our little furry friend here. Probably because now he's getting scolded and now he's forced to get that gate fixed. But we also see a chest up this ladder that we can't get to. Oh, wait. I cannot climb like this. So, we can't get that yet. Not while Steiner has his bag. Hey, hold on. Rules and regulations, you know. Would you come over here? While in this scene, you cannot run. Stop right there. Don't make a move until I tell you. Is there a problem, officer? Now turn toward me slowly. Don't make a false move. Phew. You need a gate pass to reach the Southgate summit. I'm leaving it right here. Pick it up after I leave. I'd come closer, but you're carrying those stinky pickles. See? I'm leaving it right here. And we get the gate pass. Honestly, that was close. Now we can move on. 'Tis foolishness. If all were so easy, why none would suffer in this world? Steiner, is it okay for me to come out? Yes. Thank you. I will come out now. Please keep an eye out. Yes. Rustle, rustle. Rustle, rustle. Oh, finally, some fresh air. What a horrible smell. Gave me a terrible headache. Maybe I'll get changed while he's not looking. Let's see. Go over to the other side. Gotta make sure both are covered. Ah! Don't look this way. We could turn around now, Steiner. Princess, Steiner. Yes? Oh, yes, Miss Dagger. You have to call me Dagger until we reach Trena. Don't salute me either. Yes, until we reach Trena and find a way back to the castle, I'll be careful. Okay, let's go. Wow. That cable car will take us to the summit. We're almost there, Steiner. Alexandria is just beyond the summit, right? I managed it without Zidane's help. You never needed him to begin with, Princess. Old habits die hard, apparently. Oh, Steiner. Come get your goods. So if we look into here, we have a box standard item shop. Let's get... We have the money for it, so let's go ahead and stock up on some tents at Phoenix Town specifically, because we're doing pretty okay with everything else. Southgate's a big place. It's a mountain, actually. You can check the board over there to see where you are. We open this chest, and we get a potion. Now for equipment. The Multina racket can be equipped to Dagger, but it can also be used for one other party member we won't see until way later. However, this is very much worth your time, because this has Blind, Stunna, and Shell. She cannot learn any abilities from the hats, but the Magus hat is better statistically. We got no other armament for the arms. The cotton robe is better and does teach her chemist. And then we're gonna give her the desert boots to teach her scan. Shell. Yeah, because cotton robe is teaching her shell anyway. As well as the Multina racket. So if you have multiple pieces of equipment that teaches the same ability, it does not increase the growth rate of that ability. It doesn't double it, it doesn't triple it depending on equipment or anything like that. If you get like 1 AP for like shell and you have 2 pieces of equipment like here, like with the Conroba Multina racket, you're not going to get 2 AP, like 1 for each equipment. You're only still going to get the 1. So it's more worth it to try to learn more abilities and not have too many stack up with each other. Next we have Steiner. Let's give him a learn HP plus 10%. And while yes, the Moonstone can teach him Beast Killer, this actually teaches him the most abilities. It does make Steiner weaker, but I think we'll be fine. Now we got some abilities to cover, especially from Dagger. Scan. Scan enemy to determine HP, MP, and weaknesses. For 4 MP, which is not bad, this doesn't do any damage if you're not looking up a guide or you are playing through this blind and you don't want to use a guide, or if you were playing this for the first time back on the PlayStation. You are using scan a lot if you wanted to know what you were dealing with. I do feel as though 4 MP, it doesn't do any damage though. I do feel as though that 4 MP is a bit expensive for scan personally. I know it's still not much, but I do feel as though this should have been less, like either 1 MP or free, I feel like. Then we have Stunna. Removes Petrify and Gradual Petrify. So this basically is a spell version of Soft. Shell, which reduces damage from magic attacks. It's basically a magical version of Protect. Which is the physical attack variant. And then Blind. Causes darkness, which hinders accuracy of physical attacks. So yeah, Dagger is the one that learns a spell that casts darkness. This is not a black spell, it is a white spell. Oh, right. Then we have Chemist, which I believe is her only support ability. And Chemist doubles the potency of medicinal items. This only works in battle, not out on the field. During battle, if you have Dagger use a healing item, like a potion, which I think heals like 150 HP, and you have Chemist equipped, that 150 HP will double to 300. This also works with ethers. So kinda nice if you run a magic but you have a lot of healing items. Now for Steiner. HP plus 10%. Which does exactly what it says on the tin. Increases Steiner's HP by 10%. I want to say it increases by 10% of his max HP. So it also does get higher as he goes. I don't think we'll need Undead Killer. We could have Alert or HP plus 10%. I think the HP plus 10% will actually just be better because I don't think we necessarily need the others. We could also switch over to Alert if we wanted to. But also, as you can see, if you put on HP plus 10%, it does increase its maximum HP by 10%, but it doesn't, but his current HP doesn't go up by the same amount. Next, we want to talk to this Moogle. And we have Grimo. And we got him on it. I have a favor to ask, Chocobo. I want you to deliver a letter to Nazna. Okay, you can have more than one letter. Thanks, Chocobo. Get them on that again. Okay, you got nothing. So let's go ahead and save just in case. And of course, save on the new save file. You always do that in an active LP if the option comes up. Because then if anything happens, you can just go to an older save and try again. We check out this billboard and Miss Dagger. Hey, he got it right this time. The gate we just crossed is called Bowden Gate. And here we are at Bowden Station, still inside Limblum. Southgate itself is inside Limblum territory, but the cable car will take us over the Arabs Mountains into Alexandria. And this is the Treno Gate, which is where we are heading. Treno, the city of nobles, should not be too far from there. So the thing is with the Multina racket, I actually had to redo this because I screwed up and entered here early. So, and because the autosave basically placed me here, I essentially had to refight Gizmaluke again. I did not lose any items. I still got the ice rod, the Mage's Hat. I still got all the steals. Nothing's changed there. But to kind of make gain up to the start of the episode again, I did turn on these cheats. The 9999, safe travel, and high speed mode just to kind of get through the scenes faster and to essentially just get through it faster and efficiently. That's primarily what I'm going to be using these cheats for, is to make backtracking, not tedious and possibly get my shit rocked, as well as any sort of recording screw-ups like that on my end. I can literally just turn on these cheats and get back to where I was. Because if you get past this point, you did not grab the Multina racket, I shouldn't go back. You can't go back. And you won't be able to return there for a long time. So it's best to get that Multina racket now, considering that it teaches Dagger a lot of her white spells. Next, we're gonna board Berkmay. May I see your gate pass? Okay. Yep, that's the one. We could depart right away if you want. We got nothing else to do here. Alright then, please go inside. We'll be departing shortly. The car is empty, so as you can see, sit wherever you want. Where would you like to sit? So, even though it says you can sit wherever you want, you actually have to sit over here. Let's sit here. Please wait while I prepare for departure. Wait for me! I made it. Thank you for your kind words earlier. No, I thank you. Now departing. Phew. I feel more relaxed now. That is understandable. Our journey from Limblum was very tough, but it was your white magic that helped me through the battles against all those monsters. Your fortitude that got us past the obnoxious Moogles in Chocobo's forest. That confirms it. Okay, yeah, so that more or less confirms it. Apparently, I guess Mine just thinks Dagger is ugly. And because Mine said that, Zidane thought there's no way it could possibly be Dagger, considering that she is the most beautiful princess in Alexandria. And let's be honest, in terms of anyone from in terms of Alexandrian royalty, when you think ugly, you think of the queen. And finally, your idea to use Gasol Pickles to get past the Southgate guards. I'm thoroughly impressed by your intelligence and courage, Princess. Steiner, you can't call me that. My apologies. I'm just not used to. So, yeah, that's the real reason why he keeps saying princess and whatnot. As a knight or a soldier, he is trained and conditioned in certain ways. Old habits die hard, and military, if it's anything like modern military, they do use like brainwashing and indoctrination tactics for training. Like, it's all signed up, of course. They knew that what they were getting into, but I actually knew someone who went to boot camp, and she didn't make the cut, but she was basically kicked out of training, saying that she wasn't fit for it. But she did confirm that, yeah, there's brainwashing involved in military boot camp. It sounds like a nasty word, but there's really no other way to put it. They're conditioning you to be able to fight, follow orders, training you for being a soldier. And that's not always going to be pleasant. So, what other word can you really say it other than brainwashing or indoctrination? It's okay. I made lots of mistakes when Zidane taught me how to talk like this. That peasant had no manners whatsoever. Although, he did have some wit for a bumpkin, but the way he spoke to you was simply unacceptable. I say good riddance. Can you stand up? Don't worry about me. Please, protect me. I will protect Amicia. You have my word. And we are back with Zidane's group, so that wasn't very long. So now that we got him an ice rod, it will teach him Blizzara and Slow. So if you don't have the Mage's Hat for him, which honestly I feel as though the Mage's Hat is just better anyway, this Ice Staff will make up for that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna teach Freya Beast Killer. Gonna teach her Bird Killer. I know, again, this makes her weaker, but there's really nothing else. Oh, that teaches him Insomniac. This teaches Steel, Gill, and Antibody. Okay, this teaches Undead Killer. I like to go from weakest to strongest, if I can. Let's teach him What's That? Which I think we already covered. And then... yeah, you can also kind of see that High Tide kind of requires 250 AP to learn for Quina, which is honestly the reason why all of Quina's forks teaches only High Tide. It's to basically help with the blue magic. Let's bring this down one and see where this... Okay, Vivi's already learned antibody. But Queena did not. Okay, yeah. Vivi's gotta have the coral ring then. This will teach him Insomniac. Okay, now that we got all that sorted, I believe we already covered what's that. But we did not cover antibody. Prevents poison and venom. Jelly. Antibody is just another one of those more useful, like, protection abilities, support abilities. And Insomniac is another, which prevents sleep. This is nice. And we literally have nothing else to really give him. However, that Ice Staff does teach him Blizzara, which is a 2nd level ice spell. Causes a lot of ice damage to single/multiple targets. So yeah, it is just a stronger blizzard. But of course, naturally, it costs 12 MP. So the stronger the spell, the more expensive it's going to be. Okay, yeah. I don't think she needs anything else. I apologize for spending a lot of time on this menu. Yeah, he doesn't have Man-Eater. So let's take out... Let's actually put on Undead Killer for now. So, first order of business here, because there is some other side stuff to do. I'm going the wrong way. First thing we want to do is visit this place and get into a fight. Oh, new enemy. This is a Yeti. Notes is saying that it doesn't really have any Blizzara. Okay, yeah, there's only really one enemy here that we can learn a blue spell from. But first, let's go ahead and cure that with a eye drop. The smell of fire and blood. There must have been a huge battle on the other side of that gate. Something smell bad. I get bad feeling. Flower smell good. You smell flower. Quina does whatever he feels like doing. I must learn his ways. I don't think it's intentional, Freya. No. If I had done as I pleased, I would have been... Zidane, this flower tastes good. See what I mean? But still. Let's go. Bermesia is just ahead. I honestly don't know how else to really pronounce that other than he. But we open the chest, we get a high potion, and... a tent. But we also cannot get through here. But that is all we can do here. That was North Gate. Which might connect over here, but I don't think we actually can ever... Yeah, no, on a personal playthrough, we never actually go through this gate. So, that is the only time ever we're ever going to get through here. Next, we need... Well, we have a blue spell here that we need to... we need to learn here, but we need to run into a nymph. Doesn't have the most useful ability, but we are going for all the blue spells. Over there is Bermesia, and as we get closer, it starts to rain. Bermesia is in basically a perpetual terror state of being... of just raining. Oh, another new enemy. But we also want to find some Chocobo tracks. There are Chocobo tracks here. The Lizard Man. Some fire. And dead. So, yeah, the enemies are getting a little bit tougher. That Lizard Man actually threw up a protect, so it could protect from physical attacks, or take less damage from physical attacks, rather. But it wasn't all a waste of time, because we learned some new abilities. Now she has Undead Killer, we can move her up to Bug Killer. Okay. Ooh, that can teach her add status, which actually would be really nice, and I think, honestly, more worth it than the Beast Killer. So, yeah. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's teach her add status. Beast Killer is not as important as add status is. He did not learn anything new. I think you did. Did you not? Or was that... Oh wait, no, that was Queena actually. Which was add status. So now we're gonna give them... Yeah, let's give them the steepled hat. It is just all around better. There's also that giant sandstorm over there. We're gonna get there later. Right now, we don't really need to. But the Chocobo tracks we're looking for is over here on this side. Ah, here's the enemy we need to find for the blue spell, the Nymph. Let's see. 458 HP. Really? I think I may just use some blue magic. Oh wait, no, we can't do this one yet because we don't have the... Uh-oh. Oh no! I did not put up Insomniac, and I don't think I have a way of waking him up. Oh yeah, Slowk also cannot be multi-targeted. So let's try a Blizzara. There we go. Okay, now everyone's waking up. Silent Kiss, which inflicts silence. Ah, Echo Screen. Byra. Okay, there we go. Learned Night. Which is right now our only way of inflicting sleep. But as you saw with the Nymph, that affects everybody. Let's have a closer look. Night. Costs 14 MP. Causes sleep to all targets. This does also include you. This is not too overly useful, but it's also our only way of inflicting sleep at the moment. And, well, the only way you're ever going to get any use out of this one is if everyone was inflicted with Insomniac. Or, equipped with Insomniac, rather. You can't learn Insomniac. You don't have Insomniac. You do have Insomniac. As long as at least one of us has Insomniac. Yeah, BB does. You don't have Insomniac learned yet. But now, we found these Chocobo tracks, we are going to be calling our good friend, Choco. And we only have one Chocograph that we actually want to get right now, and that is Healing Shore, and we really want this one. I've seen a beach that looks like this near a city with high winds. Kupo. Kupo. You already know how to call a Chocobo, right? So yeah, that's kind of your hints like, hey, you need to call Choco there. Oh, it's around here somewhere. Nope. 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 Unfortunately, it doesn't go to the other tiers of queh when you're looking around for the treasure, other than just you being on top of it. But for this one, strange smoke appeared. Getting sleepy. Chocobo's Dream World. Man, what a weird dream. Those who come here seek companions and a home. Choco, you seek a quiet life with other Chocobos. Am I right? Quack! Wanderer, we await your return. Choco, you now have the ability to cross rivers. You can only get to the lagoon through a beach. The road is long, but you have taken the first step. Man, what a weird dream. I dreamt that Chocobo changed its color. Oh my god, it's Choco changed their color! Okay, but yeah, in all seriousness, we now have the Reef ability, which means now Choco can go into water, but only these shallow parts here, where it's like blue. The dark blue ones over here, Choco cannot access yet. We can, with this ability, we can go back over to Lindblom territory and get more Chocographs there, but there's going to be a much more opportune moment to do so. But with all of that now out of the way, next time on Final Fantasy IX, we enter Lindblom. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so I can stay up to date on all my videos. And please do consider supporting me on Patreon, Pixie Fanbox, and Subscribestar. It really does help me out. You'll be supporting me in the channel, and I'll be able to make new and better content for you guys. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.